All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson. I have alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go, and I want to name the video, Give Nothing to the Wicked. All right, and that's paraphrasing from Tobit, the book of Tobit, and the Apocrypha, the fourth chapter, which I'm gonna read here in a second. But Lord wills, brothers can see on the screen. Um, I have this screenshot here of a biblical Edomite, what a biblical Edomite looks like. All right, which are still around. That hasn't been done away with. The Edomites are still around to this very day, and the descendants of Esau, or the nation of Edom, is um the so-called white race today, the so-called white man, woman, and child, as you can see on the screen, as this little Edomite kid right here, this little Edomite boy right here. All right, it says Yahweh called them red in the Bible, not white. All right, because there's no such thing as a white man. All right, they're really red. All right, they're translucent. Their blood shows forth through their skin. All right, and it all goes back to the curse that the Most High put on Cain. All right, because Cain was a dark-skinned man, had pigmentation, but the curse that the Most High put on Cain was the mark of leprosy. All right, took away his melanin. All right, when he came back reincarnated, and he came back reincarnated as Esau. All right, which the descendants of Esau. All right, which are still around to this day. His descendants are still around to this day. They haven't been done away with yet. All right, or is the so-called white man, woman, and child that you see walking around today all over the world. All right. The so-called white man is the nation of Esau, or the descendants of the Edomites. All right, which again have not been done away with yet. All right, but they will be. All right, when the kingdom of heaven is established, the kingdom of the nation of Israel is established under our gods, our powers, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, us being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Esau will serve captivity for 1,000 years, and then the Edomites will be done away with. Like it says in the book of Obadiah. There's no scripture that says that the book of Obadiah has been fulfilled yet. All right, where the Edomites of all the whole house of Edom has been burnt. There's no scripture that says that has been fulfilled yet. Why? Because it hasn't been fulfilled yet. All right, we got a long ways away until that's fulfilled too. By the way, because you got a long, hard 1,000 years of captivity, and then after that, you're gonna receive your ultimate judgment. All right, so you got a long ways away till the Edomites are done away with, because you're gonna have to serve slavery. All right. But yeah, like the book of Tobit says, it says, give nothing to the wicked. Who's the wicked? The wicked are the Edomites. All right. But you're going to receive nothing in the kingdom of heaven. You're going to receive nothing. When you read the Zenovan Bible dictionary, it says that Esau is the only nation that's not promised to receive any mercy from the Most High, and you're not. In the kingdom of heaven, you're not going to receive anything. You're not going to receive an ounce of mercy. All right, you're not going to receive anything because you got your kingdom on this side by your blessing the sword. You destroyed the earth, ruined the earth. All right, and you're getting ready to pay for it. All right, and you're going to pay in slavery. Which in the kingdom of heaven, you're not going to receive anything. You're definitely not going to be sitting on the throne. All right, you're going to be in chains. All right, working your ass off, and then you're going to be done away with. All right. So you ain't gonna receive nothing in the kingdom of heaven, man. You ain't gonna get nothing. You already got your piece of the pie on this side. All right. Really, the only ones that are really living are the elite banking families of the nation of Edom. The rest of you Edomites are dirt poor. All right, like brothers, like the elders and brothers call you two-time losers. But this is the book of Tobit, the fourth chapter and the 17th verse. Pour out thy bread on the on the burial of the just, but give nothing to the wicked. Who's the wicked? All right. Malachi chapter 1 verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saint the Lord. Yet ye say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? And yet I loved Jacob and I hated Esau. So the Lord hates the Edomites, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Where Edom say, we are in province, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they should build, but I will throw down, and they should call them the border of wickedness. Right. So Esau, Edom is the wicked. All right. The people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. Right. So jump back to Tobit real quick and read it one more time. So the wicked is Esau, and 2/3 of all people are also wicked. All right, but the wicked are the Edomites, the so-called white race. All right. This is Tobit chapter 4 again, verse 7. Pour out thy bread on the burial of the just, but give nothing to the wicked. All right, give nothing. The Lord said, give nothing to the wicked. And you're not going to receive anything. It's the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to, damn sure ain't going to receive nothing in the kingdom of heaven. All right, because you already received your blessing on this side. But again, the only ones that really have received the fatness of the earth and the true blessings. You got some Edomites out there that are living pretty good, but the only ones that are really living are the Edomites. Slakia, are the elites of Esau. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Right, because the Lord did give you a kingdom, all right, which we're in right now. So the Lord did give you something. But in the next world, you're looking for something in the next world, in the next kingdom, you're not going to receive anything, all right, at all. You already got your blessing, and you're getting ready to go. You got your kingdom. Now you're getting ready to go down, and now you're going to have to serve slavery. All right, that's how it works. And Esau said to his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Esau and Isaac, Slakia, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth, which really only the elites have. I mean, you do got a lot of Edomites out here that, got plenty of land and all that stuff, cattle and all that, but only real ones that are really enjoying their kingdom are the elites of Esau. But they don't have to work, they don't have to do anything. All right. If in your kingdom, you shouldn't be working nowhere. You shouldn't have to do anything if you choose not to. All right. Like Edomites brag about having businesses and all that you gotta run. You gotta go in there and cook and do shit like that. You're not. That's not living. That's not really being a king, man. All right. You got Edomites going broke. This is your king. Let me keep reading. Slakia. And that is Slakia. And thy dwelling should be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. And by the sword shall thou live. Right. And that's your blessing, the sword. And that's how you conquer the whole known world. Like the beginning of your reign of terror was with Alexander the Greek. And it says in the Maccabees, first Maccabees, it says that you won many wars and made many strongholds, Salakia, and took over the whole known world, pretty much. And how did you do that? How did he do that? By the blessing of the sword. How did the Roman Empire do it? By the blessing of the sword. How does America come into power? All right, by the blessing of the sword. By the blessing of the sword. The top nations out there with the mightiest militaries. What they say really is Russia and Russia and Babylon and them NATO and EU nations, pretty much, because they have a lot of nukes. We put it all together. Esau has the mightiest military, but the Lord is even in the playing field. All right, because the Lord said, "Let the weak say I'm strong." So, which are them other nations that didn't have the great equalizer, which is a nuclear missile, but now they have it. All right, so the Lord is even in the playing field. And on top of all that, the Lord is going to cause America's allies, their own brother, basically Edomite on Edomite crown. The Lord said he's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And that's what the Lord is doing. And ultimately, they're going to destroy each other. All right, like it says in Revelation, the 6th chapter. But by the sword shalt thou live and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke off of thy neck. All right, so you got your blessing. The Lord gave you your kingdom, and now it's time for you to go down. And now you're looking for a piece of the pie in the kingdom of heaven. That's not going to happen. All right. Scriptures say, give nothing to the wicked. In the kingdom of heaven, you're not going to get anything. Nothing at all. You got your blessing on this side. your little kingdom on this side, or queendom, and now it's time for you to go down and go into chains, go and get put in chains, and and serve slavery, then be done away with. It's like I forgot where I was gonna go next. Oh yeah, it's like let's get the book of Luke. You're not ruling righteously too. Like now we're in the Day of Atonement. All food shops, all that shit gonna be Walmart and all that stuff still gonna be open tomorrow. All that stuff shit, all restaurants and stuff like that should be closed down tomorrow. All right. Well, you shouldn't be able to buy food or anything tomorrow. Everybody should have to celebrate. I mean, keep the Day of Atonement. Celebrate to keep the Day of Atonement. All right. But Esau's, you know, not doing that. He's wicked, man. So what does he celebrate tomorrow? Labor Day, where people barbecue, eat. We're supposed to be fasting today. All right. But if you're an Israelite, it's like but Esau, he's not pushing the laws of the Lord because he's wicked. All right, this is St. Luke chapter 16, verse 1. And he said unto his disciples, there was a certain rich man who had a stewardess, and the son was accused unto him, accursed unto him. Slack. Hold on. This is parable of Lazarus. Slack. Oh yeah, here we go. This is St. Luke chapter 16, verse 20. And there was a certain beggar, Slack. 19. St. Luke chapter 16, verse 19. There was a certain rich man who was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. Verse 20. And that rich man is Esau. Edom represents Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus. Well, who does that represent? Us, the nation of Israel. All right. Scripture say, ye shall lend to him. He shall lend to you, but ye should not lend to him. Why? Because we don't have nothing. We're in the lower state. All right. And he should be the head and we should be the tail. So we're beggars. We got to go. And scriptures also say in the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 48, that thou shalt serve thy enemy in the want of all things. And hunger, nakedness, thirst. We got to go to him for food. We got to go to him for clothes. All right. So on and so forth. Which was laid at the gates full of sores, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked the sores. Who are the dogs? The other nations. They're not innocent either in this. They're going to get theirs too. All right. Verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosoms, which represent the kingdom of heaven. And the rich man also died and was buried. And in hell, what is hell going to be for Esau? It's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Our heaven is going to be his hell. All right. Just like his heaven is our hell. All right. And he is in hell. He lifted up his eyes and being tormented and seeing, right, Esau being a slave in the kingdom of heaven, and seeth Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me. And again, the scripture say, give nothing to the wicked. Let's see what the Lord is going to say. And send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in the water and cool my tongue. For I am tormented in flames. Right, tormented in flames. You're going to get your ass beat. All right. Talking about brutal ass whoopings, man. Brutal hard days of work. Just like we got to do. All right. But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things. Right. Like you got your good things now. Even though your kingdom is crumbling, you got your piece of the pie. All right, on this side. So in the kingdom of heaven, like the scriptures say, give to the wicked nothing. Give nothing to the wicked, Salakia. Which again is Esau, Edom. So you're not going to get anything in the kingdom of heaven. Nothing. But a hole to sleep in. You ain't going to get that. A pit, yeah, because the scriptures do say, you're going to have a pit. You are going to have a pit to sleep in. We'll give you that. Dig your own hole, get you a little pit. All right? But you ain't going to be able to sleep because you're going to have the creatures, the critters walking, crawling around you, snakes slithering all around you. It's going to be straight up hell for you, man. And you, like I said, in the kingdom of heaven, you definitely ain't going to, like these Edomites, like Vocab Malone and all that, trying to put themselves in the kingdom, trying to make themselves a part of the kingdom. How is that fair? You're the head here in this world, all right, and then in the next world you also get to be the head. You also get a piece of the pie. Now everybody's on an even playing field. How is that fair? The scriptures say the Most High is just. How is that fair? That's not fair. All right, you were the head in this society. You go, um, like the curses say, thou shalt have no insurance in thy life. That don't apply to you devils, man. The scriptures say in Psalms that ye are not in trouble like other men. All right, you don't worry about bills. You don't worry about your women coming against you. You don't worry about all these things Jake got to deal with. All right, so how is that fair? In this kingdom, you live good. You don't got to worry about nothing. But then in the next world, all right, now it's an even playing field. Not everybody is even. After we just got finished catching hell, man, you crazy as hell, man. All right, you going into slavery, you gonna catch hell, man. The scripture say in Deuteronomy, all these curses should be put upon thy enemy. But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received thy good things. All right, so you got your piece of the pie on this side. It's just falling apart now. And likewise Lazarus, which represent us again, evil things, right? Evil things, bad things. Because here we're under the curses. And Esau, he's not under the curses, not under the under the curses. I mean, the curses are being reversed, but as a whole, he's not under the curses, man. Again, he don't have to worry about his life hanging in doubt. Cop pull him over. He don't got to worry about a cop shooting him. He don't got to worry about coming home and his woman screaming and being a demon and shit like that. He ain't got to worry about that. Esau ain't got that problem, man. Again, like the scriptures say, they are not. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me finish this and I'm gonna get that. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. Right? We're gonna be comforted in the kingdom of heaven, and you're gonna be tormented in the kingdom of heaven. Because again, our heaven will be your hell, and rightfully so, and that's just. What's that? Is that Psalm 71? I always get these confused. So not 71, it's 72 or 73. Yeah, this is it. So this Psalm chapter 73, verse 1. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, and my steps. Well, I started one. Psalm chapter 73, verse 1. A psalm of Asaph. The true power is good to Israel, even to such as are a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well high slipped. For I was envious at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Right, well, the wicked is who? Again, Esau, Edom, who's prospering on this side. That's why in the kingdom you're going to get nothing. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. Right, like I said, Esau ain't got to worry. Don't worry about problems Jake worry about, man. Cop pull him over. He ain't got to worry about being put to death. Walk out of his house. He ain't got to worry about another Edomite gunning him down in the streets or breaking in his house and robbing him and putting him to death. He ain't got to worry about his woman being a psychopath. He ain't got to worry about none of that. Esau don't worry about none of that stuff, man. All right? His woman being a psycho. He ain't worry about stuff like that, man. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they played like other men. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain, and violence cover them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their hearts could wish. Right, on this side, man. Like down here in Florida, in the area I live, you go in the woods here, which is mostly woods anyway. But you go out like in the deep country, you see Edomites with lands for miles, man. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, you can't even see their house. They got so much land. Their land to be way in the back, and in the front it might be like 80 acres, almost 100 acres. They ain't kidding, with cattle, all type of shit, man. All right. Right. They have more than their hearts could wish. Their eyes stand out. They have more than their hearts could wish. They are corrupt. They speak wickedly, because they are the wicked. Concerning oppression, they speak loftily, and they set their mouth against the heavens, right, against the Most High, and their tongue walk through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and the waters of full of cups are wrung out to them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to read. But yeah, man, in the kingdom of heaven, man, you ain't gonna get nothing, man. All right, but a pit. Change. Scripture say, all our adversaries, every one of them should go into captivity, man. So you devils are gonna go into slavery. All right, and then you're gonna be Obadiah 1:18, man. That's how it's gonna work. You got your you receive your consolation. It's like the parable we just read, the rich man, Lazarus, and then the rich man. All right, you got yours. So in the next world, you're gonna be a slave. All right. And again, the Edomites are still here, man. Vocab Malone and all the other dudes that say Esau and the Edomites were done away with, they gave no proof, no evidence, pulled no scripture, no historical event that happened that proves that the Edomites were done away with. All right. Why haven't they done that? Why can't they do that? All right. Why? Because the Edomites are still here. And like the screen, you see the screenshot right here. Other names used: Edom, Esau, Idumeans, Idumeans, Red Dragon, Eagle, the Wicked, yes, the Wicked, Rome, the Grecians, the Beast, the Serpent, the Devil. All right, and they forgot to put so-called white man. That's the name that he's going by now. All right, but these are his true names. This is what you really should call them: Edomites, an Idumean, a Red Dragon, the Wicked, the Eagle, the Romans, the Grecians, the Beast, the Serpent, and the Devil. That's what this devil is. He's a devil, man. All right, and he's going into slavery, man. And then after that, he's gonna get Obadiah 1:18, the whole house of Esau. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna close with that. I gotta close with that. And so like this is more like a rant. Like I said, I was just reading really just reading the book of Tobit, and I ran across that scripture. Like scriptures say, like Elder Gabar always speak about scriptures. Like scriptures say, speak about living waters. You can read something 1,000 times. You reread something, and it's just like it's new to you. The Bible is a living book, man. All right. This is Obadiah 1:18. The house of Jacob shall, which is the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph, which is the northern kingdom. Did I say southern? The house of Jacob, which is the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the house of Joseph, which is the northern kingdom, which is Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the Native and Seminole Indians, Taino Indians. All right, a fire, and the house of Esau, the wicked Esau, Edom, for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there should not be any remaining. There should not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. All right, so there should not be any remaining of the house of Esau, because they're all going to be done away with. Obadiah 1:18. All right, gathered together and burnt up, and we're a long ways away from that happening too. The kingdom of heaven is right around the corner, but them 1,000 years are going to be hell, long, all right, long, hard days. And after that, you're going to get the reward of the wicked, all right, which the reward of the wicked is to be burnt up, man. All right, scripture speak about only with thy eyes thou shalt see the reward of the wicked, which is the second death on this side, which is 2/3 are going to receive that fire, and the nation of Edom and all the other nations that's left behind here in America. All right, but you devils are going to be burned up, man. So you're going to receive the reward of the wicked too, because you're also going to be burned up. You can get burned up twice here in Babylon and in the kingdom of heaven after them 1,000 years of slavery. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Lord, well, I went to all over the place. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers out there pushing this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.